I am the Caddyshack Kid. I'm here in my man cave. The Caddyshack is the other side of this wall here. Today in my man cave I want you to notice it is 5 o'clock. It's always 5 o'clock here in the man cave, as it should be. If you can see with the close-up, that second hand is going backwards. That kind of confuses this little clock here, and it doesn't know, the minute and the hour hand don't know how to move, so they're stuck on 5. Always 5 o'clock here in the man cave. So today I'm here in the man cave to show you this week's Ace McShankski golf cartoon panel featuring Ace McShankski. This week's panel is actually a 2-panel cartoon. It involves 4 people. We have Mike the bartender, we have Ace, we have a hot little blonde that shows up in the clubhouse for the first time, and last but not least we're going to have Patrick. Patrick will be seen from the back. He is always wearing a green flat cap. Patrick is seen in quite a few other videos, our cartoon panels. Patrick is Ace's straight man. Patrick will ask a question or make a comment that will trigger Ace's hilarious answer or his profound insights. So today, Patrick, though, he's going to be engaged with this little hot blonde, and he's going to have some communication problems which will become obvious. Okay, but a little bit more about Patrick. Patrick is a connoisseur of beer. He likes Guinness. Patrick lives close to the clubhouse, and Patrick has learned in his life that if you want to get a beer at 6 o'clock in the morning, all the bars are closed. But the golf course clubhouses are open, and they will serve you a beer at 6 o'clock in the morning. So Patrick is now a regular at the golf course clubhouse, even though Patrick doesn't play golf. He can be seen there just about any time of the day, morning, noon, or night. Patrick is a venture capitalist, and he has a very loose schedule. He can just show up just about any time he wants. But as you will see from today's cartoon panel, Patrick appears to have lived a little bit of a sheltered life. He's really having trouble communicating with the hot little blonde. But before I go any further with today's panel, though, I want to tell you about next week's panel. Ace McShankski will tell you about his cure for a case of the shanks. His cure for a case of the shanks involves a beer. Ace is a connoisseur of beer, and beer is involved in many things that Ace is involved with. Ace McShankski's cure for the shanks was so funny that the head pro at my golf course, when I showed him this cartoon panel, he almost fell off his bar stool laughing. If you've ever seen the movie Tin Cup with Kevin Costner and Cheech Marin, Kevin Costner, it's a golf movie, Kevin Costner develops a case of the shanks on a driving range. The caddy, Cheech Marin, he keeps trying to figure out ways to break the spell. It's a mental thing. He is telling him, you know, put your wallet in the other pocket, retie your shoes, stuff like that. I can't remember exactly. Well, Ace breaks the mental spell using a cold beer. So another thing about Ace McShankski is that he has a golf cartoons channel, and there's a link to the channel in the description of this cartoon panel. If you go to the golf cartoons channel, I will be posting cartoons there, 1 a week for the rest of my life. If you go there in September of 2022, which is when I'm starting to post these, there will only be a couple cartoons. If you go there in September 2023, there could be 50 cartoons already posted. So anyway, keep an eye open for cartoon panel number 3, Ace McShankski's cure for a case of the shanks using a beer. Okay, so I'm going to show you 2 cartoon panels today. I'll show you the first panel, and then I'll come back with some analysis of the first panel. It takes about a minute for the analysis, and then I will show you the second panel. Okay, so here we go with the first of 2 panels. So the inspiration for today's cartoon is that it really happened. I was there. For the purpose of this drawing, I put all of the players at the bar. However, in reality, the blonde and Patrick were sitting at a distant table from where Ace was when Ace was at the bar. So what happened was, she made her announcement loud enough for everybody in the bar to hear what she was saying. But then Patrick came over to Ace and was saying, "Hey Ace, did you hear what she said?" And so Ace basically went on with his little discussion with Patrick. It was discretionary. Only Ace and Patrick could hear the conversation. Now, keep in mind that anything that I experience, Ace inherits for the purpose of the cartoon panels. But the real story here in the first panel is that Patrick either didn't believe Ace or just Patrick still wasn't getting it. And you will see what I mean by the fact Patrick wasn't getting it in the second panel. And here we go with the second panel. So I guess Patrick didn't ever hear about the unsubstantiated, and I repeat, unsubstantiated urban legend about Arnold Palmer's wife telling Johnny Carson that she kissed his balls for luck, in which Carson's response was, "Well, I'll bet that makes his putter stand up." Now, according to the fact checkers, that never really happened, but the legend has been going around and people have been talking about it. You hear about it on all kinds of different shows, but technically it was never shown on the air if it did happen. But in any event, Patrick obviously never heard about the urban legend. If he did, he would have known that the putter that the hot blonde was talking about wasn't the putter that was in his golf bag in the locker room. Anyway, obviously Patrick didn't know what was going on. Ace, by the way, you know, being the phraseologist extraordinaire that he is, he actually studies the Urban Dictionary. So, long story short, I didn't want to make Patrick embarrassing, so I never told anybody in the clubhouse about this panel or that the event ever happened. Patrick might not have liked it if I made light of this event. He might have found it a little embarrassing. So here we go to the next feature here. Ace McShankski is going to shank a ball into the wilderness. Okay, Ace is getting ready to tee one up right now. Do you have any last minute tips for Ace there, Billy?
Tee it high and say bye-bye.
Wow, well, you heard it right from the fish's mouth. Quiet on the tee. Attention all patrons in the area of the halfway house. Ace McShankski is on number 4 tee box. Repeat, Ace McShankski is on the number 4 tee box. Oh crap. Ace shanked it again over into the halfway house. And that's the head pro with his buddy sitting over there. I hope nobody gets hurt. Oh, that's good. That sounded like it hit the roof. Anyway, thanks for teeing one up with Ace McShankski, also known as the luckiest duffer on earth. This is the Caddyshack Kid saying, keep it in the short stuff, if you know what I mean. I am talking about golf here.